Welcome back. This is America Trends, and I am so excited to have our next guest on. She's a friend of the show. I'm going to go ahead and say I think she's only been on one other time, but she's helped us book several guests on this show. Her name is Sarah Hernholm, and she's the president of WIT. WIT stands for Whatever It Takes, and she helps teens, young people step into their greatness as leaders and as entrepreneurs, and I absolutely love this organization. And Sarah, welcome back to the show. I'm so happy you're here.
Hi, friends. I'm
Hi.
happy to be here.
I hope it's okay I call you friend of the show, because now, you know, even though you specifically haven't been on, we have had so many of the teens that have come through doing WIT come through on our show, and I just feel like you're always here with us too.
Well, we call you a friend of WIT, so I think it works.
Okay, perfect. So I wanted to talk to you about so many different things, but first I just want to say how impressed I am all the time when I speak to these teen entrepreneurs that come through WIT and come through your programs and your entrepreneur classes. They amaze me. I have two teens at home, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these kids that we meet. One, she got up at 3 o'clock her time. She zoomed in from India, and she's starting this company. They just all amaze me. So tell me how much joy you must get in you know, seeing them come through the door and come through the process, and then watching them grow.
Well, I tell the young people that I get to work with, I mean, they have made one of my dreams come true, which is to do this work. I mean, launching this business and having it work out as well as it's worked out for me, it's a dream come true. And I just believe so strongly in the youth voice and giving them a platform. So I'm just really grateful that I get to do this work.
And I forget, tell me again how long ago you started WIT?
I started it, the idea probably 2008, after I was laid off. And then we were officially an organization 2009.
And how did the idea come to you to help teens kind of find their entrepreneurial prowess?
Well, like most businesses and most entrepreneurs, the idea was not what it is today back then. I really just wanted to activate young people and empower them to make a difference in their communities and solve the problems that they were complaining about. And that's kind of how it started. And I think we've chatted about this before, that at first I thought it'd be a TV show because I'd worked in TV and film. And then getting footage of it for ABC turned into what it is today, which is not a television show, although I wouldn't be surprised if there's a documentary on the work that we do at some point. But it really was just, I saw as a teacher that young people truly can make a difference now. We shouldn't be asking them, what do you want to do when you're older? It's just, what do you want to do now? And then helping them do that.
Well, as Whitney Houston said, you know, children are our future, and I love the, you know, the embracing of them right now and the nurturing of them that you do with WIT. And I know, you know, you talked about just getting on ABC or something. I know you have some exciting things in the works for WIT, which is one of the reasons we wanted to have you on today again.
Yeah.
To talk about your new course. So tell us about that.
So we have a couple things that we're very excited about. One is our new Intro to PR and Marketing class that we are running and launching. The reason I'm so excited about this, Mary, is because the number one question that I get in my inbox and in my DMs is, how can I get press on my business? And I can't really answer all of those DMs, and I can't write articles on every single person that slides into my DMs or my inbox. But if we can empower them with the tools, then they can go start learning how to ask for themselves and how to pitch their ideas and how to write a press release and how to reach out to reporters. And so we're offering this course. It's being taught by Kathy Osborne, who is the founder of Camel PR. So the children are learning from somebody who actually does this for a living. And that's the other thing. That's the one thing that I'm excited about. There's another thing too, but I don't know if you know what that is, or we're going to team me up for that. Okay. So I'm so excited about this. And I hope this just gives hope to people that have ideas and they don't come to fruition right away. a few years ago when I was at the South by Southwest EDU conference and I was emceeing the student startup competition, I really wanted WIT to have a bigger presence at that competition and to work with South by Southwest EDU. And here we are. It's probably over 3 years now, if I'm doing my math wrong with COVID and everything. But here we are today as the partners for the South by Southwest EDU student startup competition powered by WIT. It's a really big event in Austin, Texas in March. And the application is open, and it's open this month. It closes November 30th. And it's a competition for teens who have a business or have a business idea that they want to pitch from the stage in Austin, Texas. And I'm so excited about this, Mary. I've been wanting to work with South by in this capacity. And we were able to bring on two amazing partners, the Do or Die Foundation and Diamond Challenge, that are also helping us. So it's just a very exciting thing. It's very much WIT living in our mission of putting young people in the spaces that are usually reserved for adults.
Sarah, first of all, I love that you are such the type that, has like a vision and you just stay in it until that's achieved. And that's what helps your teams that you work with. And I didn't even know that South by Southwest had an EDU division or arm of what they do, which is amazing. So is this competition, does it flank the actual South by Southwest festival and all the things they have going on? Is it around the same time?
I kind of love that you said that, Mary, that you weren't aware of EDU, because that's another reason why I wanted to get involved in this, is because it's such a powerful conference and it happens right before the traditional South by Southwest. It's the week before. And there's a lot of amazing innovation that happens and that is shared at this conference, at the EDU conference. And I know the other one gets a lot more attention. You and I knew that one, right? Yeah. We've known that one for years. But EDU is for the educators. It's for the people that are interested in the education space, and for young people to come share their inventions and their companies. And I just really wanted to work with them on this. So I'm hoping this is the best one yet. And though it hasn't been in person for a couple of years, Mary, so we are very, very excited to get back together.
So this one will be in person, hopefully, if all goes as planned, right? Because they're anticipating it will be in person this year. It
will be in person, yes.
Yes, it will be so. Okay, so and for that submission, you said it says teens and / students. So can it be a college student that's still 19?
That's a great question. You might be putting me on the spot here. I think it is. I think you can. I think it can be, as long as you're a teenager. It needs to be a teenager. Please, everybody that is watching this, don't quote me on that. The rules are on the application, and the link will be shared here. You've seen it. So it's also on our website. But I really want to emphasize that it's for young people, for teenagers all around the world. And it's very important to me, to WIT, to South by Southwest EDU, and to our partners Diamond Challenge and Do or Die Foundation, that we are reaching young people from around the world, and that this is an opportunity for you to come and have a chance to win some money. I mean, come on.
There's a cash prize, huh?
There's a cash prize, Mary. I mean, come on. We all want to win money. Like,
I'm gonna go home to my kids and be like, what business are we starting?
Yes, and then we can do an interview in Austin, Texas.
I love it. I was going to say, maybe I would really want you to zoom in when you're there, and we'll get you on the ground there. I want to go back to your class really quickly to talk about the marketing class. Again, you have to be a teenager to do that, because I was thinking probably some of our adults, business owners might want this class, because everyone wants tips and tricks to getting into PR. But I love that you're focusing on this for kids to help, showcase them what to do. Can you give me an example of some of the curriculum of that class?
Well, here's a really cool thing that's going to happen by the end of the 6 weeks. Every student that is in that class will have pitched their business to a press outlet that lines up with the business that makes sense, right? Like, we don't want to have you pitching a jewelry company to a science magazine if there's no connection to that. Or we don't want you to get on a news program that wouldn't connect to the message of your business. But what's also very cool is they're going to not only learn how to pitch it themselves, but everyone will have a piece of press about them by the end of that class. That's how confident we are in the teams that we vetted and the businesses that they have.
I love it. Sarah, thank you so much for coming in today. I want you on once a month. Come in and give us an update on what's going on. And so doingwit.org, right? Doingwit.org is your website.
Yes.
That's where people can find you, and social media. So everyone at home, follow WIT, Doing WIT, get your teens involved. And Sarah, thanks again. And everyone at home, stick around. We've got more coming right after this break. Brad Ramber is here with some cybersecurity talk. Welcome back to America Trends. I am Mary Burt-Godwin, and also I am freaking out because it's November, and that means the holidays are in the blink of an eye. And I have a guest on that's going to help us with that because welcome back to America Trends. I'm Mary Burt-Godwin, and I am also freaking out because the holidays are right around the corner. It's the beginning of November. I don't know how the time flew, but that means holiday parties are here upon us, and that means hosting, and that means setting nice tables. And so we have the perfect guest on to talk about this. Her name is Julia Salema. She's the owner of Tea and Linen, teaandlinen.com. Modern luxury dinnerware. My eyes just about popped out of my head when I was going through this website at the gorgeous products on this website. Julia, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
Hello, I'm so happy to have you on the show today. And I really, really love the products and everything that I'm seeing on the website. Can you tell me how you got into this industry in the first place?
Yeah, sure. So obviously there's tons of homewares already out there, tons of stores where you can buy this stuff, but nothing really stood out to me as really telling a story or having like history behind it, or I don't know, just it felt very commercial and mass produced. And so I started a homewares company that really curated very special pieces, some of which were handmade, one-of-a-kind pieces, and then, just collections over time.
So do you have an actual brick and mortar store, or is everything that you sell online, teaandlinen.com?
Everything's online, and interestingly enough, we started right before COVID. So even when we kind of started to think maybe we should be opening a retail location, COVID hit, and it was just like, you know what? We'll keep it online for now and kind of see how that goes.
Well, that's pretty lucky that you started with that and then COVID happened because you had to shut your doors anyway, right?
Right, exactly. We would have been in that situation anyway.
And where are you zooming in from? I don't even think I know where you are.
I'm in a suburb of Chicago.
Okay.
Where our warehouse is, yeah.
So tell me about the curation process of what you have, because I was going through your site. Everything's gorgeous, but yes, it does have different feels, and it looks like they have stories behind them. Like you said, there's just really some beautiful pieces there that you're not going to see, if you get something at Pottery Barn or some of these other big brands, which I love their stuff too. But then you might go to someone else's house and they have it as well. So this stuff is very unique and one of a kind. So tell me about your curation process.
Yeah, absolutely. So some of the stuff is handmade, so you really truly couldn't find it anywhere else. We have a lot of tea towels with hand edging, so we'll elevate it by adding either like fringe or pom-poms or something super fun like that. We used to screen print here in house. Now we're doing a little bit of that outsourced, but again, truly there were some pieces and still are that you can't really get at, like you said, your Pottery Barn or what have you. And then, some of the pieces that we're following trends, we're following just different needs as, our lives and our homes evolve, and just, picking pieces that truly speak to us. There's a real movement in more minimalism right now. So like you can be modern without being super cold, right? You can add like wooden textures or elements and things like that. To really soften up the home, but keep it modern.
I always wonder when you're in this kind of fashion world, or yours is, fashion of dinnerware, but when you're in that world, where do you first go to see what the trends are going to be? Like as holidays are coming up, I'm sure you've been looking at that for a few months now. And what source do you go to see, I wonder what's going to sell or be popular on trend?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, right? Because by the time it hits most mainstream, it's already kind of going out of trend, right?
Right.
So you're not really going to your average big box stores and looking for trends there. It's paying attention to really good interior designers, some of the art movements themselves, fashion itself, because a lot of those borrow from each other. And just lifestyle movements, right? Like veganism or, I don't know, just the way people start to change and evolve in the way that we enjoy our homes. Like COVID changed the way we spend time in our homes, right? It's paying attention to things like that.
And how about the process of naming things? And I remember seeing you had some very cool eclectic names of some of your lines of glassware, let's say. And so what's the process like of naming things?
It really depends. Either, again, like an art movement that has inspired the piece, or textures or elements or patterns on the piece that, we didn't make up, right? So some of our patterns borrow from history. And so we'll really look back at, where was this pattern first found? Was it on a building? Was it part of architecture, etc.? And using those to inspire the names and help kind of keep that storyline going through.
Yeah, see, I love all this glassware. It looks so pretty. I love the colorful one, the Alice glass water goblets.
Yes,
I love glassware, so I'm just fascinated by all this stuff. And it looks, like you said, everything's so unique. Oh, look at those coasters. So do you have anything, as I was mentioning, the holidays are coming up. So do you do a big push, or is there anything that you have coming up for the holidays, or a new line that you're going to be introducing?
Oh, we have tons of new stuff that's going to drop in November, and that's timed out really nicely with a Black Friday sale that will carry on throughout November. So look out for that, probably towards the middle of November, just because, we don't want to push consumerism just on one day, but
Right.
definitely people expect a good deal this time of the year, because they're doing a lot of shopping, and any way that we can help with that, obviously we're trying to do so.
Well, I'm hearing this big push. I was going to ask you too, if you are feeling the effects of this global supply chain issue, and because I'm looking at Christmas gifts now, and I'm thinking I need to start buying now. So people, yes, they wait till those Black Friday sales, but also people are thinking, I need to get on this like now, right?
Yeah, it's definitely affected most retailers, especially small business, right? Because, obviously with smaller businesses, you have smaller budgets, but a lot of the stuff that we make here in the US or make by hand, we have a little bit more control over. But some of the stuff that we are importing, we are feeling the effects simply because the couriers, like there's a lot of delays with your shipping companies. So that alone has impacted us.
Yeah, and in previous years, I know that it's funny, it's like it started with the Black Friday special, but then it was, let's just start that. We're going to start it at 5 p.m. the night before. And now it's like Monday starts my Black Friday sale, pre-sale for Black Friday. So it's creepingly earlier. So I don't know if that's something that you're looking at doing this year.
Yeah, like I said, we'll probably start in mid-November. We've already noticed some companies have already advertised what they're going to have on sale, which is interesting. But yeah, definitely earlier than we have in previous years.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I am really going to be looking at your website for Christmas holiday gifts this year. And so thank you so much, Julia, and everyone at home. Stick around. We've got What the Tech with Brad Ramber. There's so much going on, you guys. Mark Zuckerberg enraged me last week, so I'm gonna unload it on Brad today. So stick around for more America Trends. We'll be back with Brad Ramber right after this break.